called us evil while they were the ones carrying out evil in plain sight. They branded us the enemy while they were the ones launching the attacks. They said we did not belong while they were the invaders, rewriting the rules and claiming ownership over what was never theirs. The accusation was their weapon, the lie was their armor, and the louder they shouted, the more they tried to drown out the truth. They abused and abused over and over again, hiding behind titles, uniforms, polished speeches, and corporate logos. When someone dared to speak up, they labeled that person crazy. When someone asked questions, they called them unstable. When someone refused to bow, they isolated them, discredited them, erased them from the conversation. Character assassination became their strategy. Silence became their goal, and too many of us were distracted, divided, or conditioned not to see it. Power protects itself, that is the game. Organizations, corporations, children's programs, intelligence agencies like the Central Intelligence Agency and the Federal Bureau of Investigation, members within the military structure, and trillionaire elites moving money like chess pieces across a global board, all woven into a system that feeds on control. They track everything, every click, every purchase, every location ping. They know where we go, what we buy, what we search, what we say. Data is the new currency, and we are the product. They call it security, they call it protection, they call it policy, but surveillance, dressed up in clean language, is still surveillance. Control wrapped in bureaucracy is still control. They build networks that stretch from boardrooms to government halls, from tech giants to financial empires, and they expect no one to question the architecture of it all. This is not paranoia, this is pattern recognition. When the same hands fund the same narratives, when the same institutions shield each other from accountability, when truth gets buried under headlines designed to distract, that is not coincidence, that is design. And once you start pulling at the threads, the hole goes deeper. Power connects to power, money connects to influence, influence connects to silence. It is a rabbit hole without end, layered and complex, engineered to exhaust anyone who dares to dig. But the truth does not disappear just because it is inconvenient. It waits and it rises. They try to break us quietly, one by one, whispering lies in our ears, teaching us to doubt each other instead of doubting the chains. They told us we were powerless. They told us we were small. They fed us division like daily bread and watched us argue while they built their towers tall. But something is shifting. We are remembering. We are remembering that a single spark can light 1,000 flames, that one voice becomes a chorus, that one hand reaches for another, and suddenly a wall becomes a bridge. We are not weak, we were separated. We are not defeated, we were distracted. And the moment we truly unite, not in fear, not in anger alone, but in purpose, everything changes. Because evil survives in the cracks between us. It feeds on suspicion. It thrives in isolation. It laughs when we turn on each other, but it trembles when we stand shoulder to shoulder. When we say no more, when we refuse to be divided by race, by class, by labels, by lies, when we see one another not as threats, but as allies, not as strangers, but as family. United we stand, divided we fall. Those are not just words, they are a warning and a promise, a warning to any force that profits from chaos, that its time is limited, a promise to each other that we will not abandon the fight. Together we are louder, together we are wiser, together we are harder to silence, together we are unstoppable. We will make it, not because it is easy, not because the road is smooth, but because when hands lock and hearts align, no darkness can outnumber the light. Strength is not in one hero, it is in millions who decide they have had enough. So rise, stand firm, link arms, because once we truly unite, once we refuse to fracture, once we remember who we are, we end what was meant to break us, and we build what was meant to free